That looking okay for everyone? Okay. I hope you can see. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Unedited. As you can see, something's different. Something is different. We're changing it up a little bit. I went ahead and got us a whiteboard so that we can start trying new ways to learn new concepts, especially when it comes to online sales. Now, we will be trying some things out. As you can see, there's a bit of a glare here, but we're just gonna go with the flow. Like in every start of a new thing, you gotta figure it out as you go. So that's what we're gonna be doing. But again, my name is Lauren Nelson, and in this show, or in this series, we talk about all things sales, marketing, and mindset. Today, we're specifically gonna be talking about how to generate sales with your personal brand online. The reason why I want to talk about this today is because so often I realize that people only think that, actually, let me just start over. The expectations around what it takes to grow your personal brand online and offline, the perception is skewed. It's not a lot of you guys don't really have a clear understanding of what it actually takes in order to create a solid personal brand and use it to make sales. Now, I'm speaking to you from experience. I've been using my personal brand to sell since I was like 16, maybe even 15 years old. In high school, I used my personal brand to start teaching workout trainings in my backyard, in my basement. I would invite people over, and because I would be posting on Instagram, because I would be showing up online, and because I was known and I built a brand around being an athlete, being fit, and always working out, people learned to trust me, and I became an authority in that area. So when it came to me learning how to monetize those skill sets from at such an early age, looking back at it now, it's a very similar process, right? Whether we're talking about in the fitness area, we're talking about hair care brand, we're talking about a stationery brand. All of those things I have done, and I've used my personal brand in order to sell them. So we're gonna be talking about two main things. This one don't do that, okay. Let's break it down, okay? So there are two main ways to grow your personal. This is gonna be messy. See, we're learning as we go because I haven't had to write straight up like this in so long. Brand. Okay, two main ways. Let's get into the first main way. The first main way that a lot of people ask me about, but honestly, I think it is a cop-out, especially when you're first getting started. It's paid advertising. Now, I'm speaking to the people who are completely new when it comes to selling and marketing online. When you think about paid advertising, obviously, all marketing is testing, right? But you're going and immediately testing with the money you have not yet earned from your business. Now, it's one thing if you're going straight into paid advertising, but you've been earning money. You've been in the game for a while, you got funds coming in, that's cool. But if you are brand new and immediately you want to start boosting posts, immediately you want to start running ads, I just want to let you know that it doesn't make sense right now for you. It doesn't make sense because there are so many aspects that have to be figured out before you actually start being able to show up and get the results that you're looking for. And some of those things look like learning who you are, learning how to be authentically you, learning how you want to show up for your people. Like, all of those things matter. And if you aren't willing to take the time necessary to learn how it is that you want to show up, you're going to start paying for people to see you as a person you actually don't want to be. So imagine you finally start showing up, you finally start posting consistently, you finally start being the person that you want to be, but that's a year later. Now you paid all this money to introduce people to a version of you that you might not have wanted to show, right? And so the priority when it comes to building your personal brand online is taking the time to really get to know yourself and learn how you want to show up and learn what it means to be the most authentic version of you. Because I can tell you from my personal experience, when I first started recording and when I first started getting online, I was not my most authentic self. Coming and speaking to a camera like this right now, it's a whole new skill set that you have to learn. It's a whole different energy, it's a whole different vibe. And to be able to take your normal self from IRL in real life and bringing it and translating it through camera, it takes time. It takes a lot of work. Getting to where I am today took, when was I making my first videos? That was sophomore year in college. Over 5 years of just practicing and showing up and mastering the skill. So please know that it will take time, but you have to start somewhere. And if I were to invest my hard-earned coins in paid advertising when I first started 5 years ago, 6 years ago, speaking and teaching, I would be so broke. So broke. Okay, so listen, we don't want to do this. That is not the first step. However, let's talk about why it is beneficial when you are ready to start, generating sales through your personal brand. You do become more comfortable speaking and being authentically you, and you're very confident about the products that you sell, and you're very confident about who you are as a person and how you provide value to your audience. Then you get in here, because this is the quickest way to get new traffic. Okay, you want new leads. When it comes to growing your business online, like I said in my last video 2 days ago, you guys can go back and check it out, whether it be on YouTube or on Instagram. We were talking about the customer journey / sales cycle. And at the beginning of this funnel, the sales funnel, we have brand awareness. This is how we get brand awareness the quickest, is by paying, because you pay for people, the specific people that you want to see your content, okay? And the more people we get funneled in, the more chance and the more opportunity we have to convert them into buyers long term. So that is very important. And also, coming off of that, when we think of paid advertising, when you're paying for advertising, you're paying to target specifically the people who you want to sell to. I will tell you, through my journey and watching many other successful business owners, the journey of understanding who it is that your audience is and knowing who they are, what they like, what their interests are, what their pain points are, what transformation they're looking for, understanding how you can provide them that transformation, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. And if you spend your money, right? I'm sure most of you have seen how to, the format of how to boost a post, or even for Facebook ads. It asks you about the demographics. It asks you about their interests. It asks you about all of these things. But if you go in there putting in the wrong things, you're targeting the wrong people, which means you'll get very little results. Okay, so just keep that in mind as you're looking to grow your audience, increase your leads, and really start converting those leads into sales. You need to be clear on who your target audience is, and you need to be clear on who it is that you are and how you want to show up for your community. Okay, so the second way to grow your personal brand online, and this is one of my favorites, organically. Okay, so I can't tell you how official I feel with this marker. Oh my God, it just be the little things, I swear. Anyways, this is my favorite. And the reason why is because, one, it's free, right? It's free. And you get the opportunity to do trial and error. Here, you don't get that opportunity. You don't get to mess up, because you lose money when you mess up. Here, the only thing you're losing is time. Obviously, time is money. But I mean, it's better to lose while you're going through this trial and error period, it's better to keep your capital and keep your money safe until you're actually ready to invest, right? And so when you're looking to grow your brand organically, you get to experiment with yourself. You get to figure out who it is that you are. You get to find your voice. You know, I know a lot of you guys, when you come on camera, you might be scared, or you might start sounding different than you do in real life, or you just might freeze up and not know what to say. This gives you the opportunity to do that. And not only that, but it helps you have people join you along on the journey. Like I mentioned before, when I first started my journey in building a personal brand and start making sales for my personal brand, a lot of people who follow me now were here at the very start. They saw when I was showing up, crying on camera, over here like stressed out because I had anxiety when I was recording. They saw that, right? So we built relationship. They know me at this point. They're like, okay, we know what she's about. We've seen her grow. When people see you grow and people are invested in your journey up, that builds a deeper connection with your audience. And that is so important if you're looking to have people who are going to push you and support you and share for you, right? When you get these people through paid advertising, they don't know you. They don't know you, they just saw an ad, right? And hopefully the ad was about your business and not just about your personal brand, okay? But when people find you organically, they're able to build that connection with you because now they follow you. They're able to go through your content. They're able to make informed decisions by themselves without having to see sponsored posts, right? So that builds another level of trust. Because immediately, I know most of you guys feel this too, when you see a sponsored post, immediately you think you're being sold to. You're like, oh, they're trying to sell to me. Yeah, most likely they are. But when you're on somebody's feed organically, it takes one of those barriers down at least. One, right? We're still a little bit skeptical on the TL. But at least it takes one of them down so they can start looking into you more, seeing what other things you provide and what other offers you have available. So those are very important things to consider. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh yeah, the last thing in regards to growing organically is the fact that the more you post, the more traffic you gain. Here, the more you pay, the more traffic you gain. So like I said, you can either swap your time for more traffic and more leads, or you can swap your money. The only difference is, here you have more flexibility to mess up, right? You're not losing money here. But here, you better make sure that you're coming ready. You better make sure you've done your research on your audience. You better make sure that your copy is very clear and very direct. You better make sure that the creative that you're using, and when I say creative, I mean the video or photo that you're using to push as the ad, is very clear and it communicates exactly what you want it to communicate, because you won't get your money back from that ad if it messes up. But here, you can mess around all you want to. Not saying that you should, but I mean it gives you time to take that pressure off. It gives you the time and the space to explore and try new things without being afraid that if it doesn't work, you're screwed, right? So those were just two important concepts that I wanted to break down with you today, because I know a lot of you guys are growing your business through your personal brand. And it's important to understand that when you're growing, using yourself as the face of it, again, it comes back down to knowing yourself, knowing who you are, and knowing how you want to show up. People connect to your brand because of you. That's one of the biggest ways brands are growing in this era right now, right? It used to just be about the company itself. But now people are able to show up and connect with the audience and bring a deeper meaning to what business is really all about. And so I just want to make sure that you're very well prepared as you start heading out into your own social media market and connecting with these people, so that they're able to connect with the truest form of you, and you're not showing up as somebody who you don't want to be known as, right? You're not showing up as a fake and then having to turn off the camera and be somebody completely different, but you're able to show up as you, serve the people you love, make the money you want to make, and take care of business. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I am so happy that we were able to bring out the whiteboard. It makes me very, very happy. And yeah, with that being said, if you have not already, and if you like this video, and even if you hated this video, don't play. If any of those, go ahead and click that like button, click the save, and if you're on YouTube, please subscribe. I would appreciate it so much. And yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow's video. We're gonna try to utilize this bad boy as much as possible. Hopefully I can get this shadow thing out the way. I don't know. Trial and error. But look, I'm showing up anyways. This is your sign to show up anyways. I don't care if it's not perfect. Show up. Okay, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.